So for the sake of context, let's start from the beginning. A YouTuber called Rage After Storm made a video about IQ and race. In that video she was wrong, but not because IQ was and is not relatable to race, but rather for the reasons and the methods with which she tried to prove that IQ is relatable to race. This video made several YouTubers respond. Now these response videos mainly focused on refuting her badly made arguments on IQ by race, and not the actual scientific facts which prove that yes, IQ is linked to race. This resulted for most content creators in horrible dislike to like ratios. Most content creators either kept to their positions on this matter, but some changed their positions. However, Kraut personally, for whatever reason, went as far as to contact Rage After Storm's employee at UKIP, which resulted in her termination. But I know, it's all news, so let's move on. Now, after all of this was over and the whole Rage After Storm backfired horribly for Kraut, Mr. Kraut disappeared for 1 whole month. But before disappearing, like some Disney villain sounding lunatic, Kraut vowed to come back and take down the alt-right. 1 month later, with winter coming, the golem of YouTube decided to return by making his videos on the alt-right. Now, at some point of this marathon of misinformation, a self-proclaimed fascist named Latvia flagged Kraut's video, and of course Kraut decided to blame the alt-right, which is of course ironic when you consider that it was the alt-right who then found the actual guilty party. At some point, a biologist and YouTube personality known as JF started to debunk Kraut personally, and this started a hilarious back and forward streaming. In one of the streams, he released a secret recording of a Discord server which Kraut had created to counter the alt-right. And this is where it gets funny, scary, and disgusting, all at the same time. The recording consists of screenshots, audio, and video recordings, which were compiled by one of Kraut's own Discord member and given to JF. The information is already out in public, and the sources will be linked in the description.
You will DM me and ask me if I've done the roll call, or I'll DM you and ask you if you've done the roll call. If either of us responds with no, we agree on who does it. Okay? And we compose a DM together and send it to every member of the server. Let's make an exception here for a couple of people, that being Concordance and Thunderfoot, because we still have to woo the people, these guys, into actually participating more.
You should actually still send it to him. No, because that will show that you're working together.
I honestly, Liz, I see where Kraut is coming from. Here's the thing: if they're kind of on the fence, they need to see some victories happening, and then they go, "Okay, I'm ready to join the fight." That they need to see something happen.
Yeah.
Nothing wrong there, right? I mean, aside from them trying to recruit more people to help their team of roughly 40 people just to help them debunk one biologist. Also, if you add this picture, it gives a whole new look to the previous clip I just showed you. Basically, the one-on-one debates, if that's what you can call them, were organized by Kraut and his team so that they could have several people helping their side. Now this next clip gets a little bit more interesting. Here is them talking about the possibility of recruiting Sargon.
Yeah, Andrew?
Sargon, did you talk to him?
Yeah, I think basically what is happening is the alt-right is trying to pressure him into condemning me for things I didn't even do, which is like fucking. It's fucking.
Did you talk to him a second time?
I don't think Sargon's gonna do that. If you want, I can talk to him too. Jeff's probably talking to him. I don't think that that's gonna happen.
After Kraut was done blaming alt-right pressure, for Sargon's lack of willingness to take part in Kraut's crusade. Kraut started also blaming Uzalu, a YouTuber and as of now, a former friend of Kraut.
The Uzalu backstab has the most to do with it.
That sucks. I am so sorry about that.
And Sargon believes Uzalu.
Yeah, Uzalu is whispering shit into his ear.
Okay, we do need to talk to him though, then a little bit more.
Oh, fucking Woozaloo?
Yeah.
Yes.
The turncoat? Well, no wonder.
To be honest, I never liked the guy. I never did.
I never liked the guy too much either. I kind of kept an eye on him because he's one of those revolving door creators. He will go wherever the popularity mark is at. And if it's not popular enough, he will not do it, or he will go against it.
Yeah, he seemed kind of slimy to me too.
Yeah, he is. And he's all about image. He's all about, I don't know, like, I don't know. He's like kind of greedy sounding. He's one of those damn Jews. I'm kidding.
This is why I'm going to ignore him. I'm going to ignore him completely.
Oh man, what happened to me too is...
that character's name from fucking 300 Aphiliastes or whatever, the guy that turncoated on and went over to Xerxes. And it's like, I mean, that's how I see Woozaloo. I don't know the guy personally, but I just see him.
That's the fit.
Paying fealty to his new master now and shit.
JF made him admin in his server. That's pretty much all we need to know.
So basically, you can be friends with Kraut, but don't you dare have different political views or scientific views. And ironically, Uzalu has not even once said that I know the right answer. He just gave criticism over Kraut's tactics. Oh, and if you think the whistleblower from Kraut server did something morally wrong, then just watch this little clip. And keep in mind that this is just the tip of the iceberg when it comes to Kraut's Discord server activities.
I'm friends with 2 of the admins on JF server, by the way.
Yeah, I've got DMs with a mod.
Yeah. I may lose that support though the moment I make the video because they thought I was there unbiased. The moment I pump out a video, I probably lose the any clout that I have with the admin, unless I can, you know, stay. Maybe if I can be charismatic enough with them.
Hey, I don't feel so bad. All these YouTubers are around my size too.
Oh, as a matter of
Yay!
So that's the YouTuber Sandre, talking about knowing the admins in JF server. Now, is it as bad as what the whistleblower did? No, it's not. But it does show a willingness to infiltrate. So just because they are unsuccessful so far, changes almost nothing. And besides, there's much more to show you.
Dude, I can tell you right now, until the like-dislike ratio changes to a positive amount, nobody above 60,000 subscribers will join us in this.
I am above.
Yeah, you, me, Jeff Holiday, and maybe Thunderfoot and King Crocodile are the only ones who will engage in this. But until we balance out a like-dislike ratio, I don't expect someone like I don't know, name a random over 200k YouTuber to join.
The reason I showed you this is actually relevant because Kraut just tweeted this, which pretty much is a lie, especially considering what I'm going to show you. Old Greasy Jeff has very much been involved, talking on several occasions with fellow YouTubers like Wozlee, giving advices on how to handle JF if they were to debate him. At some point, YouTuber Sandre even asked Jeff if he would like to make a video on JF. And YouTuber Sandre even said he could help make that video, to which Jeff said. Now, I don't know what this different angle is, but you can see him spreading unproven, slanderous allegations about JF. You can also see him spying on Edgy, aka Braving Rune. And if you think I'm being paranoid or overdramatic about that, then you should really take a look at some of the roles different people were given. Roles like detectives. And even a watch list of people they should keep their eyes on, aka people of interest. And if Jeff Hollanday, in specific, has nothing to do with this and has nothing to hide, then why did he empty his entire Twitter history right at the time the leaks came out? Just like Mr. Metacore pointed out. But anyways, there's more to go through, so let's continue. This next clip is basically Kraut again, showing how he treats his friends who disagree with him.
What does V think of all of this? What does V think of all of this?
V is a cocksucking cunt who thinks he can gain more alt-right subscribers and patrons through condemning me slightly.
Well, I tell you.
Slightly.
Hold on. V's are Romanian, and that's all.
Well, Andrew is a Romanian.
Well, and Andrew is a cool Romanian.
So I don't need to say anything about that. A shitty friend and clearly a zealous ideologue. You know, the only thing I will add is that it's ironical that these supposed anti-racist are acting this way. I mean, just take a look at this. Bounty King trying to find out if edgy is Arabic. What do you think they would do with that information? Like, how is that relative to science? But anyways, moving on. This is really interesting and kind of funny, because in this clip you can hear one of the scientists from Kraut's own team asking Kraut if he could talk to JF. Just talk. Now, listen to how Kraut reacts.
I'd like to ask you guys to postpone any videos attacking JF for the moment. If that's okay. I want to talk to this guy. And Kraut, if you want, can you get me in touch with him, or how is this working? I'm not really certain.
Do you have a Twitter account, Argon?
Nope. But I can make one.
Can you quickly make one and then come back to me?
Yeah.
I'll focus
Habiba,
on
are you there?
I think.
Yeah, I'm here.
Yes, soon there's something that needs to be retweeted. If you want to tweet at JF, what I would have offered you is you tweet at him and I retweet it, and then he will definitely recognize it and then he will follow you.
I want this to be a bit more informal at the moment. I don't want to talk to him on stream. I just want to see if there's any common ground to get. You know,
I doubt there will be.
I don't know.
I'm angry at this guy.
I understand why you're angry, but you don't make peace with friends, you make peace with enemies. So we can see.
No. You kill your enemies, and then you make peace with what is left.
Let me tell you this. When you get back from this conversation and your head is exploding, we'll be here to give you a hug.
Okay.
The other more important thing is, Argon, I don't want him to turn you around against us.
That's probably not going to happen.
Yeah. I wouldn't be worried too much about that.
Ye of little fucking faith. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Well, when you look around and you got like people like Uzulu, you got...
I'm not into bitch fighting. I'm not into bitch fighting, and all this, hey, this guy said that, and docs, blah blah blah. I don't give a shit, to be honest.
So the leader of the task force doesn't want his scientists to be talking with the opposition because he's afraid of him changing sides. Now, I would say that's odd. I mean, it's only odd if you don't understand that even Kraut is doubting his own side, his own position. Next up, I would say, is my favorite part. This is the part where Kraut lets two people in from the general chat and they just end up trolling him.
That your own scientists disagree with you.
Actually, they don't. They kind of took that shit out of context. If you notice, he kind of heavily edited the whole entire thing. It was actually the disagreement between
why are you
just
saying
two
that,
scientists.
Here's the question. Why are you telling that to us? Why don't you tell them directly? Why don't
on
you
the public space?
They already know that.
Why don't you debate them? Yeah, it's not about them knowing it. It's about exposing them. Expose them.
No, we don't need to.
You
See,
can't.
there's only a small group.
Can't.
There's only a small group of idiots like yourselves who end up in the gulag.
Wait a minute. Are you? You're not here trying to convince me. I'm not
Dude,
trying to be convinced
your
by
accent
someone
is
who banned
so
me for no
fucking
reason.
thick. Dude, your accent is so thick. I think there's somebody delivering pizza at my door. Okay, you
Yeah,
gotta
maybe we should
try to clear up the accent a little. It's a little thick.
Okay. More criticism.
Yeah, come on.
Yeah, isn't it a little hypocritical that you consented to being recorded and then flagged the alt-right video after you claimed that you had a flagging campaign against yourself?
Here, let me put it to you. I can answer this one. Let me answer this one. Number one, the damn thing was flagged for hate speech. Nobody said that they got flagged it for hate speech, by the way. Just so you know, it wasn't us that got the video.
So it was
Wait. Here's the thing, Liz. You mute them if you want to.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Since the guy who flagged it is here, he can explain.
Yes. We censor people because we're about censoring people here. Okay,
No.
that's what we're doing in the gulag.
Yeah, so go ahead, Khabib.
You gave up your rights when you got to do
This is your floor with the idiots.
Wait, do I have to talk to idiots again? Jesus, they're on my Twitter, they're here. I mean, yeah, I flagged the fucking stream. So fucking be it. I don't give a fuck.
You shouldn't say that.
It is not the video. Take that one.
I said I fucking flagged the stream. Now the video might have been flagged because the tags of the flag, maybe they carried on to the video, maybe they didn't. I don't know.
So there you go. Trolls rescue the day. The alt-right live stream, and probably the videos as well, was flagged by someone who was from Kraut's Discord. And also someone who immediately was there to answer the question. So either he's a regular on that Discord server, or they're just lying about him, and he's just a patsy, someone who can take the social hit, the negative social hit, and not lose anything. And I have to add this, Kraut has said this. He said he had Edgy's docs, but that supposedly Edgy gave it to him, which is weird and suspicious, to say the least. I mean, even the sentence on its own sounds weird when you say it out loud. It doesn't make any sense.
Can you explain why you were trying to bring on Thunderfoot? Like, how out of his domain of expertise could this
What do you mean trying to bring on Thunderfoot?
Yeah, what's the word trying? T-word trying.
Yeah.
Right, I used the wrong
It's
fucking word.
It's funny because I've known Thunderfoot for about how long? A year now, and the two of us talk pretty regularly.
He's just moving right now. He's like dealing with real life shit.
I literally didn't ask a single person to take part in this. I didn't.
Bro, do you realize how badly you fucked up? Like, don't you understand that the vast majority of the memes that exist on this server and all political servers on Discord come from 4chan's poll? You turned your back on them. Like, you've been on a path of destruction.
This is the place where you can concentrate on what you did. So it's kind of sort of a concentration camp for you. You know?
Oh, god damn it.
Yeah, I said that. Zephanorian fucking said that. Now I want you to go ahead. I'm gonna you publish that shit wherever, and I don't fucking care.
Okay, so I'm going to wrap this up. I mean, there's still almost 100 screenshots I could show you. They basically consist of them either talking shit about other YouTubers or JF in particular. So basically YouTube drama. But I'm much more worried about the weird type of surveillance they did on different types of YouTubers. YouTubers like AIU, Teal'Deer, Mouty Buddha, Aiden Paladin, Mr. Medicor, among others mainly of the right wing. But now I'd rather show you two different things before I go. One is that Kraut and his team was working with a New York Times employee. She was on their Discord server several times, and she even talked to one of the Discord members on Twitter. You can also check her articles where she talks about the same types of topics. Now, it's not 100% clear what she's doing there exactly, and I personally don't want to speculate, at least not yet. I'm sure more information will come out. And now lastly, I want to talk about this Zeph guy. He has been one of the most active members, and basically he has no morals, to put it shortly. He's pretty open about his behavior, and almost seems proud of it. And if the several extortion, allegations, and threats are real, then this guy is just a full-blown psycho.